I'd like to start off by welcoming you here. My name is Ken Barone. I am the project manager for the Connecticut Racial Profiling Prohibition Project, and I work at the Central Connecticut State University for a nonpartisan public policy institute. This is the 5th community forum that we've held in the course of the last maybe 8 or 9 months. I just want to comment before we start, and I think this might be the forum that has some of the best turnout from our law enforcement community. So just as somebody who's been attending these, really grateful to have so much presence from the law enforcement community in the room. It shows the degree to which they take this topic seriously. I know we're joined by members of the Waterbury Police Department. I know we have representatives from Cheshire and Watertown as well. And so what we do in the state of Connecticut is we evaluate every police department using a variety of statistical methods to determine if a police department is an outlier. And then what we do is we then go and we meet with that police department. We say, okay, we've compared your data against all of the other police departments in Connecticut and against all these sophisticated methods, and there's something different and unique about your department and about your community. And so let's sit down and try and figure out what that is and what could be occurring in your community. And so I'll just give you one real life example so you have a better sense of what it is I'm talking about. So for example, we identified a department a number of years ago, and we went in and we met with the department, and we discovered that they were stopping a significantly higher percentage of their Black and Hispanic population for defective lighting violations, a tail light out or a headlight out or a brake light out. And so we wanted to understand the strategy that the department was undertaking because we knew that that type of enforcement was causing a disparity in their data. So we need to understand why Black and Hispanic drivers are being stopped for this reason at such a high rate, particularly compared to other departments. To date, our project has produced 4 statewide reports where we've analyzed all 107 police departments. A 5th one will be coming out in the near future. And out of those 4 annual reports that we've produced, we've identified 31 police departments that had significant disparities that we went in and worked with to try and better understand what the factors were that were driving those disparities. There's some good news. And the good news is that the state as a whole over the course of the last 5 years is seeing the racial disparities in traffic enforcement shrinking. And so where it was really significant 5 years ago, it is much less significant today. We're also seeing far fewer departments identified every year as outliers. First year we did this work, we had 12 departments identified. The second year it was 10, the third year it was 8, the 4th year we dropped to 2, and the 5th year, the report that's not out, we only identified 1 department out of 107. That's an outlier. Waterbury, back in 2013-14, the first year we did this work, was one of those outlier communities. They were one of those communities where we went in and we looked at their data more in detail, and we worked with the department to try and better understand the factors that were driving disparities in the city of Waterbury. We produced a whole report at the time specifically on Waterbury, and Waterbury subsequently worked to address the concerns that we raised 4 or 5 years ago, and they haven't shown up since then as a significant outlier. And I think part of that is as a result of the work that they've done in subsequent years. And the goal today is to hear from you and to hear your thoughts and to hear your experiences. I'm happy to take questions as part of the panel discussion later if you have any more questions about the project itself. And so with that, I'm going to stop because I could go on for a while, and I'm going to turn it over now to the chair of the Connecticut Racial Profiling Advisory Board, former state representative from New Haven, Bill Dyson.